What's going on, good people? This is the final episode of 2025. Woo! That's because it's the last Monday in 2025. Okay, let's get into it. You guys, welcome to Camille St, episode number 48. Woo! Yes, you guys, episode number 48. I am so excited because the blessing that is life has been given to me continuously. And y'all already know I've been through so many life or death instances in my 47 years of living, right? And I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful. I just in 2025 could have been gone from 2 strains of E. coli, but God, the source, said, you got work to do. And I know I have a lot of work to do. So y'all cheer me on. Episode 48, we're going to talk about the power of the tongue. The power of the tongue. The power of the tongue, okay? You guys, we fail to realize that we have so much power when we speak. And we have never been taught this. But I'm going to tell you, my friend, see her journey, she sent me a clip today of a young man speaking about how they did our ancestors, and they would take a steel piece of metal and put it in their top of their lip and in the bottom of their lip to lock them from speaking. Then they would take a metal bar and place it over their lips as well to keep them from speaking. Now, we have got to remember that we are in thousands and thousands of years of a new era. Now, before this new era, before we even knew who we were as a people, things were done to us as a people to keep us from speaking. One, our native language. So if you're an African American, you ain't never learned whatever native language you may have had in this country when your ancestors were here living in this country. Y'all know you heard me. We have been taught so much incorrect information that we go around spewing things that we know nothing about and don't even realize that the power in our tongue is keeping that existing. So many of us don't even know that when you speak, it creates ripples across worlds, across continents. Okay, especially now since we've got social media and now since we have the internet, when you speak something, even when you write it down, you are speaking. And you are speaking it into existence. And sometimes you are unaware of what you're speaking about. Sometimes you are even unaware of the power that you have in your tongue when you speak because you don't even know the power that you have. I read a book. It's The Secret Behind the Secret. The Secret Behind the Secret. And it talked about speaking here. Because it said everything has been created with one single thought. Our cell phones, this microphone, my soundboard, my iPad, me making my book, me creating my book. It all came from one thought. And a lot of us don't even realize that when we're thinking something, we are actually speaking as well. Either you are speaking to yourself, you're definitely speaking to the universe. You're definitely speaking to source. You're definitely speaking to God. You're definitely speaking to the God in you. You're definitely speaking when you have thoughts. And those thoughts, a lot of times, may not even make it out your mouth, but they made it to the universe. They made it to the spiritual realm. They've made it in your world, in your reality, and your thoughts can make or break you. Now, I wore my Word Girl shirt today because they have some powerful words on there, and I wrote some down. I'm going to share them with you a little later, but I want to share this with you now. Be mindful of how you downplay what you do. Be mindful of how you speak on who you are. Be mindful of how you speak about yourself. Be mindful about how you speak, period. Because when you are placing a nail with your mouth in someone else's coffin, using a word, right? You are definitely really placing it in your own. And we have never been taught that. We've never been taught that our words are recyclable, meaning that when you speak them, they recycle and they will come back to you in a form you may be unaware of. It can come back to you in thoughts that haunt you. It can come back to you in the physical world that will harm you or maybe help you. It depends on how you move. But we were never taught that. We've never been taught that what we say can and will happen. Now, I don't know if y'all have been out and about in the world and you say, oh, I need this parking spot. Oh, I need a parking spot. Or I want a parking spot up front. I want a parking spot up front. You're thinking it first. Oh, I got to go to this mall. Let me find a parking spot. Then when you get there, you're like, oh, let me find a parking spot. Let me find a parking spot. And have you ever just, bam, voila, a parking spot appeared? Please believe that was you. That was you. We have got to stop thinking that there is something outside of us creating our reality in front of us. We have the power. In the Bible, it says God created us in his image, if you read the Bible, right? If God created us in his image, that means he created us to be gods. He created us to move like gods, but we have never been taught. We don't know that we have to soak up the sun. A lot of us want to stay away from the sun. I'll never forget growing up, I used to be one of them. Oh my God, I'm getting too dark. I'm getting too dark. Let me stay out the sun. Huh, not now. I'm like, ooh, let me get in the sun. Let me get in the sun. Because see, now I know my relationship with the sun. Now I know who I am and whose I am. Now I know that my vessels that were created to bring me here, my mother and my father. Yeah, get into it. We are vessels. See, we fail to realize these movies that have been created, that have been laid out from back in the day, in the 80s, like the movie Obey. I don't know if y'all watched that movie, but listen, when I tell you, it just talks about how we're brainwashed with media, we're brainwashed with ads, we're brainwashed, and we are. And you know why? Because we are the original computer. I heard Stevie Baggs talking about this on his channel. He was having a sit down with Tori Hart. And I loved that. I love the fact that he let that be known, because we don't realize it. We just think of DNA as a structure. Hell no. DNA is a code. What do you think runs computers? Code. Your nervous system is your battery. If your nervous system is out of whack, you out of whack, my brothers and sisters. If your mind ain't right, your movements, they're not right, my brothers and sisters. And we have got to wake up and we have got to realize that every thought that we have, every word that we say, every movement that we make has power. And once we start to really, really dig deep inside and stop looking from the outside for something from the outside of us to provide something that we know we need on the inside, we're going to be stuck in the same brainwashed, being a computer, continuously downloading input that is not helpful to you, receiving information that is going to debunk your brain. I had to think of a word, but debunk's not really, well, maybe it is, because we know what we should be doing. Our brain tells us, our thoughts, our soul energy tells us up here. And then we'll have that second thought, oh no, that can't be. I've done it. I've been guilty of it. I've literally known I should make this move, right? And then I tell myself, oh no, I can't do that. And then guess what happens? I realized that if I would have just listened to my first mind, I know y'all say it. I know I am so far from alone when I say I should have listened to my first mind. I know millions of y'all have said it. And that is where we need to be. Listening to our own self, because there is no one outside of you that can tell you how you should be living. And if you live in foul, you know that. You know you are. Your mind is telling you. Your mind tells you when you're doing something wrong, and your other mind, the second human ego, comes in and says, oh no, I'm right. Yeah. And that is the devil. A lot of people don't realize we have good and bad inside of us, but we have a choice. And we know when we are doing something foul. And I could care less if you want to say, oh, this is how I was taught. Guess what? If you go based on what you were taught, you're going to stay stuck in that brainwashed mind of yours. If you fail to look within and see that your own happiness is created from within. There is no man, no woman, no God, no Jesus, no Savior, no Lord can make you happy within if you are unhappy within. There is nothing outside of you that can create happiness that you do not have within. Yeah, episode 48 gonna be something for you. Stop looking on the outside, my people. Everything on the outside is a training camp. It's a training camp for you to see, for you to feel, for you to know in your heart and in your mind what is right and what is wrong, period. Because there is no one outside of you that can tell you that you were right when you know you wrong. And there is no one outside of you that can tell you that you're wrong when you know you right. Only you can do that. And once we as a people start to see the power that we have in our minds, and once we go inside, because that's another thing he was trying to tell her, you got to go inside. And if you can't close your eyes and look inside of you and see where the fuck you fucking up at, then that's on you, my brother and my sister. That's something that you got to live with. But I encourage you to start looking within, checking yourself within, because you know when you're doing something that's foul, and you know you're doing something when you're right. And so just learn you. Stop learning people on the outside. Stop looking at him, and her, wanting to be like them. Be like you. Always be like you. Walk in your light. Learn your code. Reprogram your DNA, because you got the power. Everything starts with you. And once you start to allow your thoughts to flow and stop trying to control, you're going to be on your way. It takes a lot, my people. It takes a lot. And it takes a lot of leaning on the God in you. It takes a lot on leaning on the God in you. Because, people will say, oh, what would Jesus do? What would God do? What would the God in you do? And we have to stop hurting each other. Today I was at the bank putting some money in the bank, and a man forgot his debit card in the ATM. And I said, thank God I was the one that came behind him. He was a vet, a Vietnam vet. And I said, thank God. Now, who knows his power and who knows his mind and the way he thinks? Who knows it? But I could care less. I honked that man down. I was honking because I said sign out. And it's never said sign out, but I hit sign out, right? So I hit sign out and his card came out. And I'm like, oh my God, he left his card. I immediately put my card my car was already in park. No, it wasn't in park yet. I immediately put my car in park, jumped out, grabbed his card. I had my wallet in my hand. I jumped out, grabbed his card, and ran to his car. And I said, sir, you left your card in the ATM. He said, I just realized that. I said, it's okay. He's like, thank you so much. I said, you are okay. I said, we have got to start looking out for each other. We have got to start loving one another. Because if my mind, knowing I need money, if I had the evil mind, who knows if I was an evil spirit or just the mind of, I need some money, who knows what would have happened. But I have a different spirit. I have a different mindset because I already know that what is for me is for me. I know that the universe will pay me because I'm owed. And that's what I kept speaking today while I was riding around doing some views. My knees a little better, ain't a lot better, but I need money, you guys. I need help. So if you could please visit my website, CLHpublishing.com, and place an order. But let me get back to the story. Because I need money. God knows I need money. That might have been a test from the universe. Who knows? Because everything that we do, y'all, is a test. It's a test. But I'm going to tell you this before I read these words. And then I'm going to read a quote from my book. And I'm just going to pick it out. But I'm going to tell you this. Today, I was so frantic, like, oh my God, I lost everything. I lost my jewelry, because of course my jewelry being gone. Well, it ain't been gone, but I had to pawn it to pay. My jewelry being gone. And I was like, oh my God, I want my jewelry so bad. I don't want to lose my jewelry, but I'm unable to pay it. I got to pay rent. I'm worried about where I'm going to live. I got to pay insurance for my business, because if I don't pay insurance for my business, I can't drive. So I can't drive to even get to make money. So my head was everywhere, y'all. My mind was all over the place today. And I had to say, Camille, stop. Your nervous system is blocking your blessings. I know y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. I said, Camille, stop. Your nervous system is blocking your blessings. You have to tell the universe, you need to find a way to pay me. Since I'm unable to get a job, you need to find a way to pay me. Since I'm able to get out there and go to work, you need to find a way to pay me. So I kept saying it. Universe, I'm owed a deposit and I need it today. I need a lot of money today. Now the money has yet to come, but I'm putting my faith and I'm putting my power, because I know, putting my power to work, because I know the power in the tongue. I know the power. I've seen it. I see myself say, oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. And then boom, it just suddenly appears. However, if you block that in your mind and saying, oh, I need, how am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? When you don't have a way, you got to look to the universe. You got to know you're thoroughly connected, thoroughly respected, and thoroughly owed for all of the beautiful things that you do. And you've got to trust that. And it's so difficult because you want to go back to, oh my God, 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 worry. But I'm telling you, my friends, all worry will do is block the blessings that are coming for you. Ooh, I need to put that on the shirt. Oh, do you hear me? I'm going to put that on the shirt. I'm going to put that on the shirt tonight. All worrying will do is block the blessings for you. So tell the universe, you owe me. You owe me. You owe me in this physical realm. I need currency in money. ASAP. I need a large deposit. I've been saying that all day. It's been keeping me faithful. It's been keeping me from crying. It's been keeping me from breaking down. Every time I get a thought of, oh my God, I need this. Oh my God, I need this. I think about it. I tell the universe, you need to pay me. Universe, find a way to pay me. Find a way to pay me all the money that you know I need. And so if I lose my jewelry, it's gone. I pray I can keep my business. I got to keep my business. But if I lose my business, it's gone. Lose my cars, lose everything, it's gone. But as long as I have life, as long as I have breath, I can speak power into me. I can speak the power that I have to the universe. And I can tell the universe every single thing I need. And I know as long as I can keep my nervous system in check. Because baby, I've been on this earth for 47 years, okay? But I know as long as I can keep my nervous system in check, I will be all right. So be careful with what you say. Speak life into yourself every day and start from within. And y'all go follow CB Bags Jr. because that man is on one. I started following him a long time ago. It was on something else, but now that man has evolved so much, and I'm just like, wow. I think I started following him from he was on some type of love show on WeTV years ago. I have to look and see how long I've been following him, but when I say years ago, but that man is speaking life to his people. And I just pray that you guys hear my words of wisdom and you start speaking life into you, because your mind, how you think and how you speak is more powerful than you know. And here's some words for you. Rising. Find inspiration inside. Find inspiration inside. Respect. Bravery. Resistance. Love. Expression. Acceptance. And there is one word on this shirt. Oh, there's one word that's not on this shirt. It's on the other shirt, which is the man, the word God. This is the word girl. It's what in my old job, this is what we call this shirt. Courage. Have the courage to check yourself when you know that you're wrong. Have the courage to check your friends when you know that they are wrong. Have the courage to stand up for someone else when you see that they are being hurt. Courage is what we need more of today. And we have got to stand up and we have got to start having the courage to take out what does not belong in our lives. Because the reality of it is we shape our own reality. All right, now I'm going to read a quote from my book. You guys, please support me. Go to clhpublishing.com today. Order you a book. The Book of Air ebook is on the website. Find a leg. Order it. It's only $4.99. Order. Get inspired, stay inspired, start inspiring. Order the journal. Just place an order. Order a t-shirt. Order a hat. Just place an order, you guys. And thank you so much for your support and the ones who have ordered. And now we are just going to open it up. And I'm going to read a book quote from here. I'm going to read this one since we were talking about the power of the mind and your tongue. Keep fresh thoughts on your mind and you will always have a new beginning. You guys, 2025 has been a year of learning for me. It has been a year of expecting for me, but the end it is so powerful for me because I have finally broke the code, and I have finally realized that I have to speak life always. I have to stop looking at what I'm losing and just look at what I'm gaining. My mind. As opposed to losing it, I am gaining it. And I am replenishing it and I am filling it with thoughts that I know will help create a better life for myself, create a better reality for me. Because at the end of the day, if my reality is bad, how can I help someone else's? You guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching episode 48, 2025. I started this January 19th. I'm about to cry. I started January 19th. And I have come every single Monday at this table a whole year straight. And I look at it, it's wild because in a week, it'll have been a whole entire year that I have not worked for someone else. And it's been 3 months since October, y'all. October, November, December. October, November, December, 3 months. 3 months now, it's going to be 4 in January that I've been unable to sustain everything. But I know that thought I put out today, the universe going to pay me. The universe going to pay me what I owe. Or what I owe. Yes, the universe is going to pay me what I owe in reality. That's right, Camille. See, look at that. Said it without even thinking about it. It just flowed out my mouth. And then I had to think about it. Wait a minute. Yes, The universe is going to pay me what I owe. Y'all better believe. Get inspired to believe. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It's FlyWithMe32. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Camille St. Thank you so much. I'm going to probably get off TikTok coming next year, even though I love my family that I built over there in TikTok. And I actually like with my algorithm and what I put out there, what I get to see, I love it. I do. I love it. But you guys, like I said, sometimes you got to let stuff go. But remember, there's power in your tongue. That's why they didn't want us to speak. I better get inspired to start speaking life instead of speaking death. Come from within and know anything on the outside ain't gonna do you no good. Get inspired.